Hello, and welcome to Virtual Investor Conferences. My name is Cecilia, and on behalf of OTC Markets, we're very pleased you've joined us for our next live presentation from Silver Storm Mining. Please note, you can submit questions in the box to the left of the slides. You can also view a company's availability for one-on-one meetings through the Schedule Meetings tab found on the conference platform. At this point, I am very pleased to welcome Greg McKenzie, CEO, President, and Director of Silverstorm Mining, which trades on the OTCQB venture market under the symbol SVRSF and on the TSXV under the symbol SVRS. Welcome, Greg.
Thank you, and welcome to Silver Storm. Today, we want to present to you a near-term silver production story. Silver Storm is looking to restart the La Parrilla mine. We have two assets. We have the La Parrilla mine, and we have the San Diego deposit, which has over 200 million ounces. I'll start out by just reviewing what we're doing and what's happening at La Parrilla, and then I'll talk a little bit about San Diego. So as you can see on your screen on the far left, we have an 18 to 24 month target to restart the past producing La Parrilla silver mine. It was a mine that we acquired from First Majestic in August of this year. Under First Majestic, this asset produced over 34 million ounces during the period 2006 to 2019, and it was very profitable. Like one of the key factors in any restart is not only that the infrastructure is in place, which we have, but also that the mine has shown a history of being cash flow positive and profitable during its operating period. And so that was very attractive to us. And also the opportunity to partner with First Majestic, which has done a very good job over many years of being one of those top silver producers. Second column, as you can see, the infrastructure that we have in place. We consider this infrastructure to be valued in around $150 million. If we had to replace this today, we would have to, and I'll just show the picture from the slide, we would have to do a year of permitting, another year of financing, and then it would take us 2 years to build this mine and put into production. All of that we have in Silver Storm, in addition to our first asset. As mentioned, it's fully permitted for production, and there's very modest restart capital. And I see that there's some questions coming in. I will take the questions at the end. The restart capital we expect is single-digit millions, so very low restart capital, and we expect to be in production in 2025. So with those kind of metrics, there's a significant re-rate potential. We have our drill program underway, which I'll give a little bit more details about as we move forward here. And this drill program has been very successful. We're getting the same or better than what First Majestic had, and we had another release out this morning, which you will take a look at. But we hit 500 grams per ton over significant intervals, and this just makes us very confident that we're going to be able to put the mine back into production at the same rates as First Majestic had. So in 2024, we'll follow up with another 10,000 meters on top of the 7,000 meters that we're currently doing of drilling. And we'll also do the technical studies to move toward production, and then we'll see production in 2025. We are significantly undervalued to our peers. Just on our prior asset alone, before we did this acquisition, we had hit 100 million market cap in 2020, 2021 on our San Diego asset alone. and now we have a production restart asset with a replacement value of 150 million. So a lot of value in this stock. In the future, what you'll see is we'll continue to work on San Diego. It's one of the largest undeveloped silver projects. We'll continue investing in opportunities to extract some synergies between San Diego and La Paria, potentially producing some of the San Diego material at La Paria. And furthermore, there's ample ground for regional exploration at La Paria. Currently, our market cap, most recent share price as of November 30 is 11 cents. And that gives a basic market cap of around 44 million Canadian. We have just under 6 million cash on hand, and we're fully funded for our drill program. We have no debt. Our First Majestic is our major shareholder now with the acquisition of La Paria. Eric Sprott, the famous billionaire precious metals investor, owns just over 10% as one of the insiders. And then the balance of the insiders are the management team and myself who participated on financings to get our interest in the company. Here are some of the key players on the team. Probably the most important person is Calency Flores. Calency is a mining engineer with over 20 years of experience, and he's worked for First Majestic. He was a 2IC at First Majestic's San Dimas mine, and he wanted to come back to La Paria because he lives nearby, and being being with his family in the area, it makes better sense for him to be close to a project, and so he wanted to work here. And we're getting a lot of the people who previously worked here wanting to come back, and that's very critical. One of the key issues with any startup or restart of a mine is that you have a good team that's experienced, and we have that. Important among mining companies around the world is to have very good CSR, and we have that. We're very involved with the community. We have a 10-year agreement with the local ejido. Over 85% of our people are right from the little town that's nearby. So this is a partnership not just with First Majestic, but it's a partnership with the community. This is where they work, where we provide a very safe culture. It's part of our ethos for operating our business. We're very careful with the environment as well, and we work well with government regulatory bodies here as well. Why silver? As many of you know, silver is the most conductive metal, and it's used in solar panels and many other industrial uses. Demand for silver continues to outpace supply. We had massive deficits in 2022, over 200 million ounces of deficit in silver, and we saw deficits in 2023 as well, approaching 150 million ounces. And this deficit situation is going to continue. As well, the outlook for silver as a metal is very good. You see recently that gold price has finally broken out after basing for almost a decade. It hit new highs over the weekend, and we expect that gold and silver will continue to move forward. But as a company, we think silver will outpace gold over the near and medium term. So you really do want to be in silver companies, and I would suggest our silver company. Where are we located? We are in Durango State in Mexico. We do not share a border with the United States, and we are not on the coast. So we're sort of in the Sierra Madre Mountains, which is a 500-year mining culture. The people in this area have lived with mining their entire lives. In Durango, there's 23 currently operating mines and very strong support. It's very easy to get to La Paria, for example. You can have daily connections through Dallas, Texas, and through Mexico City. And you can leave any major city in North America in the morning, connected through Dallas, and be at the mine by 12:30, 1 o'clock. So it's absolutely fantastic. As I mentioned, outstanding silver mining complex at La Paria. All the infrastructure is in place. We have a 2,000 ton per day mill that was very well maintained, 1,000 ton per day oxide circuit with a Merrill-Crowe back end so we can produce doré bars. And then also 1,000 ton per day sulfide circuit, and we produce a concentrate there. It's a well sought after concentrate. And when we acquired La Paria, a couple of the off-takers who used to get the concentrate from this mine contacted us right away and wanted to sign agreements to get the concentrate from us. Here you can see more of the complex, some of the flotation tanks, and some of the infrastructure there. There is a video online on our website. If you go to the media section and scroll down, you can watch. There's about a 5-minute video that is really well done and really shows the infrastructure and what our plans are and what we're doing. On this slide, you can see our land package. The mine itself is just up in the top right corner where you see these black pickaxes there. That's where the mines are and where the plant is. And you can see the whole rest of the acreage, almost 70,000 hectares, is pretty much unexplored, no modern exploration. And there's lots of opportunity for upside. One of the key things I'll mention here is that the plant averaged 3.5 million ounces of silver equivalent production, and it's 2/3 silver and 1/3 lead and zinc, and then there's a gold credit as well. We'll operate in that range, 3.5 million ounces of silver per year, and we're well on the way to being able to put that kind of package together. This slide is the resource slide. We put out a resource in August with a first-rate company called SRK. SRK excluded from their resource another 3.8 million ounces that are in pillars. First Majestic routinely mines these pillars in their mine plans, and we expect that most, if not all, of that material will come back into our future mine plan. Right now, the drill program that's underway is meant to continue to add resources so that we can extend our mine life. When First Majestic shut down the mine in 2019, they had a 3-year mine life. We want to add to that, and then we'll put the mine back into production. So we're ahead of schedule, and the drilling is going fantastic. Here you can see the 5 underground mines, and as part of the 7,000 meter program, we started with Quebradillas. Most of the 3 press releases that we've put out are in this area, Quebradillas, and then we have 3,000 meters planned for Rosarios and Cuerpo 340, and then another 1,000 meters at San Marcos. As we complete this 7,000 meters, we'll immediately go into a further 10,000 meters of drilling. This will support the mine plan, And then once the mine plan and costing is done, then we'll put the mine back into production in 2025. Here you can see some of the drill results. Now, cutoff grade is 125 grams. So anything above 125 grams of silver equivalent is very good, and we'll go into a mine plan. So you can see, for example, in hole 23-1, we got 5.2 meters of 206 grams. So that's a good result. Hole 23-7, 8.72 meters, 324 grams, well above cutoff grade. So that's another very good result. And another hole we put out 14.8 meters of 500 grams grade. So another fantastic result. And you can see, if you look on the pictures and you see the bottom of the development and where they mined, we're just drilling underneath that. And you can see that the veins are continuing at depth. In fact, it appears that the grade is getting better. So we'll see as we continue to drill. But these holes are being intersected. One set of holes was 97 meters below the last level. So that means the vein continues down another 97 meters. And another hole was 37 meters below, showing that the vein continued on the other side to 37 meters below the last development. So as we continue to drill deeper and deeper, we expect that the vein will just continue to go, and then we can populate that information into future mine plan. We will be going to Rosario's and Cuerpo 340. We expect, you can see the green lines here below the last levels mined. These are planned holes, and we will drill those holes and put them out when we get the results. And we expect the same success that we've already gotten. And you'll see them as we get the results back from the assay labs. Okay, I'll continue on. So what are we doing the next 18 to 24 months? Okay, in August, you see on the far left, we completed the acquisition of the mine. We put out the SRK resource, and we closed the $7 million financing. In the middle, we're doing the 7,000 meters right now. On the far right, we'll follow up soon with the 10,000 meter program. We'll do the technical studies and the mine plan for the restart, and then we'll also look at additional synergies with our San Diego deposit. Over at San Diego, I'll just, because we are running short on time, I'm going to jump forward a little bit. But we have a resource here at San Diego that has over 210 million ounces of silver equivalent and over 115 million ounces of silver based on the 2012-2013 technical report. We have done a couple drill programs since we took over the company in 2020. They were very successful. This is a plan view. You're looking straight down on top of the resource, and it's a little bit of a busy picture, but there's several different geological targets here. And if I go to the next slide, you can see on section on the far left the geological model when we took it over. You can see in the pink and the yellow this endoskarn and fringe area. This is what we call a Fernandez zone. You see the big red drill hole that goes through a representation of the grade. Very strong results. Okay, and then on the far right, after a couple drill programs, this is a new interpretation of the geological model for San Diego, and you could see that in the gray is that big Fernandez zone with very large intercepts. Representative intercepts are like 150 grams over 320 meters. So that's big bulk tonnage targets. It would be production level in plus 10 million ounces of production per year. It would be scoped at something like that, and it would be low cost. I mean, there would be higher capex to get it started, but this is the jewel, the real big jewel in the company. To the left, you can see that with our drill programs that we executed over the last couple of years, we found another 500-meter vertical extent of mineralization. And for example, some of the drill intercepts are like 84 grams over 134 meters. And then what we didn't expect was right at the top of the surface to hole 2157, we hit 72 grams over 273 meters, right above the Fernandez zone. And there's another four drill holes in the database that are in proximity to hole 2157, right from surface, that shows there's a good potential for a nice open pit here, which would pay for the economics of getting down to this richer pay zone. So we're very pleased with that, and we'll be following this up with additional work. I'm going to skip through some of these slides because we're running short on time here, and I just want to show you some of the economics jumping back to La Paria. These are First Majestic's results. They produce on average, if you see on the far right, on average they produce 3.5 million ounces per year, and their total cash cost net of byproduct credits was about $8.46. So very, very profitable. They generated a lot of cash flow from this mine, which was their first mine, and then they were able to use that cash flow to buy other assets. Now this mine is too small for them, but it's a perfect size for us, and we'll put it back into production and do very well for investors. I'm going to stop there and take a few questions. So the first question says, why did First Majestic exit the La Paria mine? So I would say to you that they haven't exited. They own 41% of our entire company. So they're the major shareholder. And as well, they've invested in the financing that we did. So this is still very important to them. It's just too small for them to operate. They're focused on bigger assets, and as you know, they did a deal in Nevada where they were looking at gold production. Next question says, when do Eric Sprott, I think the questioner is asking, when did Eric Sprott acquire his 10% stake, and what attracted him to your projects? Eric put his money in at the same time when I did my initial investment here, and then he followed up with a couple other investments. He's put well over, I want to say that he's put well over $5 million into the company. So that's real money. Why did he like it? Our very big resource at San Diego is my view, and just incredible upside at San Diego. We've since acquired La Paria, which will generate cash flow for the company. So that's my view on why he did it. Obviously, Eric, is a brilliant person and does his own investments and has his own theses. But I think he likes what we're doing. Next question: can you speak to the opportunity of your lead and zinc deposit? So lead and zinc are byproducts of the production from La Paria, and it accounts for about 33% of the metal content, and roughly 33% of the contribution. And The off takers like it. It's very useful in industrial production, and so it's a very nice credit. But most silver, lead, zinc mines, silver is 40 to 50%. In La Paria, silver is 67%. So we're anomalous in that way. We have a much higher silver credit than most other silver, lead, zinc mines. And then the other thing is we have a little bit of gold, which we don't really talk much about, but we'll produce a little bit of gold each year. Just over 1,000 ounces each year, something in that nature. The next question says, do you have an all-in sustaining cost for La Paria? I can show you. I can show you here what First Majestic experienced as, and this is their data. They a total cash cost net of byproduct credits. They experienced an average 846. It was below $10 up until 2016. And as they shifted their focus to San Dimas and moved all their best people over to San Dimas and, started thinking about going into gold, you can see that they lost attention here. And, the tons went down, the grade went down, and the cost went up. Our expectation, and you can see from the drilling that we've released, that we're getting drill results well above cutoff grade, which is a 125. We're getting results well above that. So we expect to have very good cash costs. And I should mention that even with inflation, our projection is that the mine will be very, very profitable, and we'll see the details of that as we do our costing next year. Okay, it looks like we have 3 minutes remaining, and I've covered most of what I was able to cover in the short presentation. If there's any other questions, please put them in the chat now. Okay, and seeing none, I'll just say thank you very much. Please take a look at our video. It's on our website, silverstorm.ca. If you go to investors and click on presentations and media, we have an outstanding video. It's about 5 minutes that you can take a look at, and it gives a nice panoramic overview of the mine and our drill program and some of the interesting things that we're doing. With that, I'll say thank you and have a great day.